She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Cut. 180. Super. Watch the run. He's coming. Double up.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 15. Check 15.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Goff on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
59, 120.
On first down, it's Gurley. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Ready? You ready? Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now Ryan on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
It's 2nd down.
Mike ready, blue 80, 280. All day, every day, any day. Ready to go.
Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. No.
Gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Check 37. Check 37. Check. Hey, South.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. Go.
Now Ryan. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready. 25. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch the safety creep. 5, 25.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Got it.
Now Bernard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Rams' 23-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense.
Now it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Ryan's pass. Incomplete from the contact. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
We go to the 180. I think you got it, sir. '57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, orbit.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan to Mixon on the check down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now the throw hauled in by Green. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Got it. Good job.
To throw again. Ryan, he's going to air it out deep for Green. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Like 20. Check 52. Come on. Get him. Jim. Switch. Well.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down throw. Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Got it. Here we go. 21.
Throwing again. Ryan. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. He's at the 30. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 50 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Second down.
Got it. 58, right there. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Got it. Stay at home. 20.
Here's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check it back. 21. He's checking. Cracks. Got it. 49. Check 49. Hey, Sal. Let him go.
They'll run here with Bernard. There's and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2.
Switch. 54, down. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 64, weak. Check. Hey, check. Hatchet. Check nickel. Shift. One twist. Check. Twist. Got it.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll wind up short of the goal line, so they will not be able to get this back within a score, as this remains a 10-point differential. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that...
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The final shot before break here. Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Where's 52? Check. Hey, Alpha. Watch the ball.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Alex Erickson that time, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Flush to his right. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's got Green. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready, 25. Go. Rush in. Check. Hey, 59, ready. Hey, Haywood. Let's go, Heavy. Go.
To throw again is Ryan. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check. Gun. Hey, wahoo!
Now it's Ryan. Green brings it in. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Situation. Let's go. Under 58. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the floor. Hey, Sam. Hey, Charlie.
Now Ryan. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
11. Check 24. Check 24. Switch it. Got it. Get out.
On the toss, Mixon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
Begin. 21.
To throw is Ryan. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan gets it to his running back, Bernard. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's go, baby. Bernard. A gain of 10 yards.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the... Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Value three.
Goff on first down. That'll be caught by Kupp. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? To throw again on 2nd down. Goff, that's complete to his tight end Higbee. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. from the gun. Here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Goff now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's first and 10. Throwing again is Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Goal. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Gone. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Goff now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
180! I hope you got your reps, I'm about to take you to school.
To the air again. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a first down throw. Gone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
What? 180. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 57.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Goff for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Fighting through pressure. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch the screen.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Zerline good with a PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done.
There goes Green. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Rams take over.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, exit.
They'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
You ain't got nothing.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, second and 15.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Goff now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain there of 21 yards.
76.
Now it's gone. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught inside the 5. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bengals, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.